man who has been calling me for 6 months,
No.
trying to get me to let him speak to you, and I have tried, but we were booked up, and he is Jason Rich. He is running for Lieutenant Governor.
Well, good evening. I've had a chance to speak to you briefly beforehand, but it's a pleasure to be here tonight, and it's good to see a good group of people to get together and educating themselves about what's happening to our country. That's the main reason why I'm in this election, because I'm really concerned about not only my future, but yours too, and the ones that come behind me. Because I believe that we need a vision in our country today for the young people, and we need people that's going to set examples for them for the years to come. I had the fortunate opportunity to have individuals like you in this room to set examples for me. And it would not be just if I didn't follow the examples that the people like you in this room set for me in the years when I was growing up. And that's the reason I'm in this race. Again, my name is Arthur Rich. Arthur Jason Rich. Miss Linda, she's called me by my middle name because most people in the South or around my home country call me by my middle name. My father had the same name as I do. But a few months back, last fall actually, I came up with some opportunities that are new job development techniques to create jobs in North Carolina and the United States. And the thing was that the housing market. Our economy is driven in lots of ways by the housing industry. And as an accountant, that's what I do for a living. Unfortunately, this year I've not been able to do as much work as I normally do because I've had to, be campaigning. And I've met over 15,000 North Carolinians in the last 50 days. So that has been it's been a great undertaking. I will never regret the opportunity of doing this, because I've had people touch my heart everywhere I go. And a lot of people have told me, said, hey, it took a lot of courage to do this. And they said, we admire you for doing it. And I said, well, thank you. Just keep me in your prayers, because that's mostly what I need is prayers and encouragement. Because I do want to make my state better. I want to make my county better. I want to make my country better. And I hope someday that I get that opportunity to do more than what I have in the past, the last 35 years. But I was born in Bladen County. I was raised on a farm, and I learned how to work at an early age. I started driving at 5 years old on a family tractor in tobacco fields, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I really enjoyed growing up as a child working, because my parents taught me if I worked for something, I could have something. And I believe that we can still do that today. I believe that there's still opportunities here. Although we watch videos like this and we look in the media and the newspaper and we see that there's a lot of negativity out there, and there's a lot of discouragement. It's scary. It's scary for all of us. But we have to stay united. We have to stay educated on what's going on, because in our country, it seems like there's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes that we don't know about. And I see it happening all the time. Just in the field as an accountant, I see that the Internal Revenue Service is trying to make me become a tax collector for them. If you go to any of the continuing education courses that I have to go to, they basically tell you that you're responsible for what the person gives you. But if they give me a certain amount of information to do their tax return, that's all I have to work from. So, but anyway, I've enjoyed my opportunity of working in the public, and I want to serve my state and my citizens better. And I want to help them, and I would like to be part of a system where I can implement policies that's going to take place. Just like I was saying earlier on my housing plan, I received a letter from Vice President Biden in January, and I got a call from Senator Hagan, and she was offering the opportunity to meet me, or for me to meet her in Scotland County when she was on her jobs tour. Unfortunately, I had the opportunity, I was grateful to go to the National Home Builders Association meeting in Orlando, Florida. My policy on the housing plan could create over 500,000 jobs in the United States. It could probably save 3/4 of the foreclosures on the market right now today. The president and CEO of the Home Builders Association in Washington, D.C. told me that, he said, it's a shame that you can't get anybody to act on what you got here, but we'll back you with this policy if we can get it into Washington. So I started forwarding it to all the senators and congressmen that I could. And unfortunately, I've had more response from the Democrat Party than I have the Republican Party, because we're controlled by the Democrats at this time in the state of North Carolina, and in the governor and the lieutenant governor seats and everything. And that's where the holdup is. And that's the reason I ran for this office, is because I know that I have a plan. I have a plan to put people to work. And I know that I can make a difference. And I'm thankful to God that He gave me that vision, because there's a lot of people in this country that has seen that opportunity with my plan. I had some realtors in California, Nevada, and Florida fly all the way to North Carolina to meet me about my housing plan. One of the young ladies that flew to North Carolina to meet with me, she was on The First Apprentice with Donald Trump, and she sold LeBron James his house down in Miami. She's a high-end realtor. And she told me that my plan would not only help the small consumer, but the ones that's buying nice, extravagant homes, the ones that can't afford to spend money. And I want something that's going to help this country get rolling again, so people like myself can feel a little bit more optimistic about my future. And the kids that's coming out of college today. Just in the news this weekend, jobless rate falls to 9.7%. Today they announced that 18,000 people in North Carolina is going to fall out of the unemployment system. There's a lot of things happening. Then you talk about health care. It says despite tax breaks, some hospitals deny poor health care because they can't afford it. Just last week, and I was telling Miss Linda this earlier, that my campaign advisor, he had a young man, his father's been diagnosed with cancer, and it was in remission, and it came back. Well, he carried him to the emergency room about a week and a half ago, and they said, we can't help you because you have no form of payment. So they denied him his health care. Now, he passed away about a week ago. It was last Thursday, and now there's probably going to be something, repercussions from it or something, because he's been told to contact the Attorney General's office in North Carolina. But you should not have that happening to North Carolina citizens. I hate to say it, but we've got a lot of work to be done. And I really believe that we've got to get away from this anointed politician and get away from the traditional politicians to get out of it. I think we need good people that come from small places, because some of the greatest people in the world come from small towns, believe it or not. And they have some of the biggest opportunities of anybody. And I would like to prove the system wrong for change. But anyway, I know you, a lot of people's early voted already, and I apologize that it's been so difficult to get up here to see you, but you're a very busy group, and Ms. Linda's emphasized how active you have been in trying to get all the candidates to participate. And I promised her that I would come up here before May 8th, because I wanted to at least make an attempt to reach some of you. And I really appreciate the opportunity to be here. I continue to ask for your prayers, your support, encouragement, and on May the 8th, if there's something I can do that you think that might help our state become better, I would appreciate your vote. And in the meantime, if there's anything I can ever do for your group here before May the 8th or after May the 8th, I promise that if you just get Miss Linda to contact me, I'll be more than happy to come up this way to do anything I can to help you with a fundraiser or what have you. But I'm always praying for everybody, because we need that more than anything else. And people like in this room right here tonight is what's keeping this country together right now. So thank you so much. If you have a chance to visit my website, it's teamrichcampaign.com. And it talks about my biography, my experience, and my jobs plan, and the housing plan. But thank you so much for having me here tonight and giving me the opportunity to speak. And God bless you all, and God bless America.
And if you have some questions after, we're going to pray and close right now.
Linda,
Yes, sir.
could I have 30 seconds?
Yes, you may.
This is an official Tea Party meeting, is
Yes.
it not? Then I have a financial report.
Okay, wonderful.
As of March 31st, we had $2,669.88 in the bank.